Call him again.
Okay. We are rewinded 30 days back. February 15th. Spawning. Side of this big gap. Turn that down, bub. This is a Sunday open. Let's see if we break it down to the 5 minute. Pretty much just, we're just wicking right off of that for this open. We missed the first entry here because it's 5 p.m. already, so it's working out that first couple minutes. What time are we at here? 5:01. So that happened within the first minute. If we're looking at a position here, it's 50 points. So that's nothing we want to play with. You can see the
It's gonna be
difference.
$500 right there.
It's crazy, bro. So this was the time when the market was still doing all these big, crazy moves. I mean, it doesn't really look that crazy, but it was shortly after this big drop. And now that everything's kind of gone back to normal, where we're at right now, this is still very volatile. So we're not doing anything with that. Let's just wait for a new gap to form here.
I want them right back. A cup? They want a cup.
All right.
Bro.
This gap formed and filled.
Don't fill it all the way up.
Before, let's look at what's below us. Got this big 15-minute gap that we tapped into as well.
Are you that?
So, at this very moment, these are the two most recent gaps. Looking at it, we just had this huge sell-off.
Get out!
So I think I'm going to stick with the sells. Let's see if this guy's going to hold here. 4.
Not really what?
Gonna remember the value.
Where is our sells at? Boom. 255. 405 will be down there.
We're doing 1 or 2.
It's just one contract on there right now. And the color of those kind of suck, but you can kind of see them. I don't know if I can change the color of those. I guess I can change the color of my background a little bit. Canvas.
Eyebrows? Yeah, that's not good for your eyes. I'd rather me pull them out. I would rather me pull them out and then they fall out. Yeah. From wearing mascara.
Oh, weird. Okay, hang on.
Just clip this.
You see how they turn black?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that works, whatever.
Yeah. It just makes.
All right.
What are you eating?
Pop-Tart.
Pepper?
Pop-Tart. Okay.
Pepper.
So it looks like we instantly lost that. Only thing I can imagine is that even this is still 10 minutes behind, maybe.
Hello?
Oh, that was that.
It's definitely not 10 minutes. It instantly took us out of the trade, though, for some reason. It's now going in our favor. I'm not sure. Let's try and enter again. This is where the fucking demo shit is kind of weird at. But we're down 255. You can see at the bottom there. Let's just target 255 to get it back then. Maybe we'll lose this too. Yeah, I don't understand why that lost, but okay. Going in our favor so far. So right here, I'm going to try and add one more contract. So it'd be another sell. I'm gonna lower my risk here. Right? Instead of way up
Now
top.
why? Now why is that? No, why is that?
Because the reason I'm doing that is because it went in
It's
my
up
favor.
pitch.
It went in my favor for one. It's pulled back kind of close to where I entered, right? And I don't want to risk any more than that original 250 or whatever I had on it. I don't want to risk 500. Now, otherwise, you could leave your stop loss up there, and you could say, let's try it like this here. So we added a contract. If it comes up here, I'm going to take off a contract before it has the chance to go all the way back up to the top.
Oh, okay.
So let's see how that works. Or you can slide it down and say 255 is the total I was willing to risk, which is typically what I do. But this is another option as well. Let's just kind of play this out for a second. Well, how much are we down? We were down 255. I'm going to catch it if it comes up, though. Which, this is the other thing we could do here, right? So the catching it would be right click here. Now there's a stop and there's a limit. Okay. So where it gets kind of confusing is we're in a sell right now, right?
No.
So in order to take out a contract, it needs to be a buy. We're selling one, so we need to buy one back. So you have to use a buy limit when we're trading downward. And a
Alright.
buy stop limit or a buy stop. This is hang on, one of these ones here. It's a little different on TradingView. Boom. Okay. So I have one right here, see? But I only put one contract. It's automatically going to be taken off if it comes back up here.
Alright.
I can't see what exactly amount of money that is, but I can tell that if this thing skyrocketed up to the top, I don't want to be minus 500 within one candle, in the event that happened.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
protect ourselves there. If it stays in our trade here, I want it to keep going down. It's coming up now. I don't quite like that, but this gap is still here. The original
And
gap.
you respected that 15-minute value gap right there.
Yep. That one below us, yep. In a world of pure imagination.
It's
All right.
like, oh god. Oh
So
god.
it's looking like we're taking on this 15-minute lower right now, which is still good. However, we're already down money for the day. We're about to hit that minus $500, so we're pretty much about done here. Let's see if we get one more chance on the 15. So, in reality, that didn't happen in 30 seconds. It happened in fucking 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We're not down too bad right now. It came back to break even if we were praying for it, right? Maybe we're down 200 here and like, God damn it, I'm fucking pissed, right? But it did come back to break even. We could have been done. We can still be done. However, let's just get rid of some of this here. We got a new gap on the 5-minute, but don't look too bad. We tap back into it. Let's say It came back to break even. Holy crap, I'm so lucky. Actually, I still kind of want money. 255 is what I agreed on. So if it hits that, that's going to be down about 500 for the day. But this 5-minute
Yeah.
gap just formed, man. I'm feeling kind of lucky. All right, let's see. Let's see. Come on, baby, take me home, West Virginia. We're up 200 bucks. All right, we're clocking out. What time is it? 8:50 p.m. So that was
That's like
we
a
opened
whole
up at
day.
5. It was 3 hours. It opened up at Sunday open right there, 5 p.m. So we cashed out at about 8:50. This trade happened at 8, so we made that 400 bucks in about 50 minutes there to get our money back plus 200. So we're up 200, and we're going to be done until tomorrow morning. That's what we're looking at here. All right, got our money back, baby. 5-minute. How'd you feel about that 5-minute that formed? Were you feeling confident on it?
That felt good. That felt good. That felt good.
When we were
That's okay.
deciding, when we had the decision of either break even or trust this gap, how were you feeling there?
I felt like we should have trusted the gap.
You were in it?
Yeah, I would
The
have stayed
feeling?
in
It
it.
felt good, right? I mean, we seen it happen, but see, that gap came
There's
or
that
after we
there's
were
that one
praying for break
candlestick
even.
right there. That one big ass candlestick right there. I probably would have gone. He did it on two. I probably would have had on one contact and went right above that candlestick.
Try and get this off.
Well, see, this is how it kind of plays out for me. I'm really bad at taking out a position when I do add one. Right? Oh, I wanted it now at 400. Ooh, it got tasty on the tip. This was only 200 bucks. And then I added that contract and that 400 bucks. That sounded pretty tasty. But I was already down 200 for the day.
And see, at my point, when I do two contracts, I don't know how much I'm afraid of. I get scared on how much the risk.
So it should be 10 points at least. 10 points. You always want to use your measuring tool. I'll even use this when I'm setting my limits. So if I'm setting up a limit inside of like a big 15-minute zone like this, right? Okay, here's this giant 15-minute gap, and I don't want to enter the gap with 880, right? So I'm not entering the very top of the gap. I know I need a little bit less risk because it's a giant gap. So we're falling more into that premium.
Oh, what the heck?
Right? For that 10 points. So you're adjusting off of that, right? That's where your entry is going to be at for your limit that you set. And you put that limit in the market. So that's where you're judging off of that gap where to get in. So some gaps are bigger, some are smaller, some are better. This one here was a perfect gap based off of, we started with this giant 5-minute gap that we originally thought was going to be awesome. And then it started out awesome, but then we saw the 15-minute gap below us, which made us a little nervous, right? That made us pretty nervous, all that respect there. However, in the long run, look at this giant gap we were inside of, right? We were thinking a drop was going to happen, and it came all the way up to this premium, all the way up to the top of that premium, massive gap, right? And now it's dumping off of that, which is awesome. Looking at that massive, that's such a huge gap, man. I mean, you saw this little 5-minute that we marked on here. Look at that little 5-minute, perfect little freaking entry off of that. The little sniper entry right there. That's crazy.
I took all you bitches out.
All right, so we will play this out until about when do we want to wake up here? 5 a.m. About 6 a.m. I'm waking up about 5 right now. I got to leave at 6:30. So let's say 5 a.m. we're waking up. Let's play it out right there. Let's see, but look at that one, boy. There's some money in there. It kept dropping, huh? It took 400. It probably hit about 800, 1,000 there.
Ding.
Look at this beautiful gap that we're sleeping through right now. Let's see if that gets respected.
No, then I go up.
Okay, we're just now waking up. So move this guy. We just woke up, bro. I'm sitting on the toilet right now.
Looking at it.
Just get rid of this. It's done for. We'll get rid of this. Everything irrelevant from yesterday. Okay. Now, honestly, I just woke up. Alarm at 5 right there. Okay, sitting on the toilet. Decision time. Decisions. Okay, let's put 200 bucks on it to try and make a quick 400. Maybe something like that. Would be sick. Now, in
Sure.
that
I might have
moment,
one hanging on.
we also have who's our opposing gap here. Kind of tapped into that. So we would want to see this really work out here with a single sell. Stop loss, we're putting at 200. It's a little bit short. I would rather be up above a little bit there and had a better entry up there, but we're going to run it here. Let's see what happens. Slow it back down and push play. TP. 5 a.m. Let's drop it down to the 5-minute. Started out in our favor. Time is it? 5:20. See a little bit of respect. I would be happy with another contract. Sell another here. Let's lower our risk. We're gonna have this play out. We're at 282. So we're still not losing a bunch, but now our TP, I wanted that $400. It's a little bit closer now, right? I don't gotta go so far for that 400 if it's gonna play for us.
Braylon. Stop.
I'm gonna add one more here, and we're gonna change this again down to 200. I want this 400 here. I'm dragging that up. Come on, baby. And so our 400's a little bit closer. We're still at $200 risk, right? But now our 400's coming quicker. We just filled this nice little 5-minute gap. Come on. Oh, Lord. What time is it? Pause. Pause.
Oh God! Oh God!
This is 6:30 a.m., okay? So
Ooh.
let's slow down. What's on the 15-minute? There was no gaps really in here, okay? We got a gap way deep. 6:30 a.m. right now. Okay. So good news is we're down only 200 on our risk still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now our stop loss is at a little bit of a worse spot here. But if this forms a new 5-minute gap up, there's potential to the upside, right? It just filled that gap. Let's just go ahead and delete this zone or slide it over right there. Let's look at what's happening right now. It's a 5-minute gap. So this is a big red flag for us, right? We can take this exit right now. Okay. We have $232 still to play with from yesterday.
Yeah.
We made that last night, right? We made that 200 bucks last night. So this is still fair money on Top Step, meaning it's if we lose this, it's not affecting our $2,000 of drawdown, right? Because it's still Sunday's profits, last night's profits. So in this moment, I'm going to keep holding for the original massive 15-minute gap that we dove out of here. If it reverses, we'll see what happens. We might look for another buy. That is the most recent gap,
Oh,
which is now
oh.
7 a.m. Who won?
Damn.
15-minute wins the day, right? You know, the 5 minutes they can form something and they can scare us out, but our bias was off the 15-minute. Boom, we're up, baby, $600, and we're locked out until tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Locked out, baby. Locked out, baby. Okay, clean this up. Let's save this 15-minute zone because it's still pretty relevant. We'll see what happens for the rest of the day here. It's only, we locked out at fucking 7:30 a.m., baby. That's it. Fuck out of
That's
here. We
it.
done.
That's
Got the rest of
nice.
the
That's
day.
nice.
Going to hit the gym, get some coffee.
Do what we need to do.
Okay, so what do we got here? Forming right now, just watching it. Quick scoping. Respected this 5 minute there, going up. Tapping into it again with a strong respect. Come on, nope. Oh, see them buy sides. They're trying to trick us out on that. Oh, that was a 15-minute gap. See, we got psyched out on that one. That formed at 10. And if I was still trading at, wait a minute. Where's our fucking session? It's supposed to end, bro. These are supposed to be the ends of the sessions, but it's not here. It's 6 p.m. This is supposed to form at 3 p.m. What the fuck's happening? 1:15, 5. Maybe that was a holiday.
Huh.
It might have been a holiday and it just skipped something weird there. I don't know. Okay. It is 8 p.m. So we're just going to say we're not trading until 5 a.m. here. 5 a.m. Wake up. Let's just play to there. Call it that, I guess. Because it totally skipped a major time. So it could have been like a bank holiday or something there. I don't fucking know
Okay.
what happened there, but I did not
It'll
expect it
play
to be
out.
8 p.m. when I looked back at it. All right, look at that beautiful 15-minute gap, baby. Look at that shit. We was sleeping. No, he wasn't. 9
Man,
p.m. Bryce,
what?
you caught that one, Bryce. You was in there 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
I think I was in that one, wasn't
This is a month ago. This
I?
was
Oh.
the
What,
16th
honey?
of February.
That would have been some good money right there.
So there we were. Look, we were locked out, so we wouldn't have been trading this anyway. But we watched it. We built the confidence of it. We had another $400 opportunity right here. I would have been probably targeting just because based off that low, right? I wouldn't have been too greedy. I would have taken that $400 right there. Woo! Be sick. So here's where we gotta be careful though, right? Because look at what happened here. These are ones that I get taken out on a lot. It's because I'll put my stop loss right above that blue sometimes, like really tight. That would have taken me out potentially. So giving some room
Okay.
up, you know, I mean, on this one here, it obviously came up to the top of the premium, but you've seen that doesn't happen every single time. And you can miss the opportunity. So entering at least like half premium here, right? In the middle half line, like we were talking about. And I just usually round up to an even like 150 right there. 2 contracts, that would have been $300 risk to make 800 right here. Boom. Right? Big fucking trade. That'd been sick. All right. We ain't awake yet till tomorrow. And we was locked out anyway, but we seen it happen. I watched Bryce take that one. Oh! That's the part though. So you can eventually get to the point where you control yourself, right? You don't hit the lockout, but you know that you stay available for a perfect trade, but you ain't doing nothing super risky, And
Yeah.
if you made 600 that day, well, I can risk maybe 1 or 200 of that, but I ain't gonna lose it all. Here we go. We got a nice fill into this Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And just see how sick that top gap was right there. And see if that
Yeah.
plays out.
Damn.
Just for data.
Tapped into it 3 times. What?
Yeah, about to be on this toilet, boy. Boom, we on the toilet. Oh my god. You ready for this shit? You ready for this fucking toilet chaos right now? What do you think? How you feel? You want some toilet
We on
chaos?
15 or 5? Are you on 15 a minute or 5 minutes?
This is 15 minutes, 5:30 a.m. 5 minutes. What happened on the
I'm
5? You
feeling
want to see?
good.
You want to check the 5?
I be
It's a little choppy on the
feeling
5. A
good.
bunch of
Yeah.
little gaps there, right? A bunch of little small ones.
Yeah.
But we did what just happened. What did just happen? Ooh, kind of punctured that. Ooh, we might be interested in going down here. Okay. So, I mean, let's see how much money it would cost us at this very moment if we wanted to enter this trade. That's a 300 on number 1 up there. However, we might be saying this thing's already tapped our gap. And is it respecting it right now? So we're just above this previous high at 200 bucks. Above this previous high right here, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And let's go for a sell. Stop loss at 200. TP hitting 403. We got to cover those commissions. Right? Okay. Delete some of the noise here. And let's play this thing out
Everyone made brownies for your birthday.
on the 1X.
Save some for me.
So thank you.
Oh, for real.
What do you want to do about it? What do you want to do?
Come hurry up, we're gonna be late. Are you already out there? Great, I didn't even get to like hop on my fucking cigarette, bro.
You want to take like a metal thing or something? Or buy one? Like a glass pan? Oh gosh. Give me 2 seconds, dude. Just
Okay.
fucking mad as fuck. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Hold on, 1 second. Oh, 2 seconds. I have two
We
seconds.
lost the toilet trade.
Oh, we lost the toilet trade. Hold on,
Lost the
hold on.
toilet. You got to make decisions now.
What do you mean?
All right, hold on. 2 seconds. Just gotta measure this for her real quick. See if you can find like an 8.5 inch pan, like a glass pan,
I could use my social good
by 3.5 or 4. And shut that front door, please, when you leave.
Oh,
All right, I'm back.
all right, we lost the toilet trade.
See, that's where I get scared at. It's like, should we have gone to the previous high right there? Well, not high, but that top of that. Yeah, right there.
This inversion gap. So I don't trade inversions as much. I'm still pretty confident in this trade. We just
No,
probably
no,
entered
I'm
it
talking
early.
about top. No, but we got your pre-ready gap right now. I'm talking
Top
about
of
the
the
top of
gap.
that candle.
So that's where our stop should have been. However, we couldn't really afford more than that 200 at that point. So we're at the
Gotcha.
point of right now, we're done for the day. We're locked out because we had that $200 limit set. This markets are moving where $200 is able to hit you pretty easy, right? Or we enter again here for one more try to hit 400, which would be our money back
Hey,
because it's still this 15-minute gap.
still getting respected. Still good.
So I'm gonna tap in one more time here. It's probably what I would do. It is still only 6:15 a.m. though, right? So I mean, this is it. We're done if we don't hit this. We're gonna call it a day. It's 2 losses in a row before the market even opened, right?
Yeah.
Shit play. But see, when I woke up on that toilet, I felt like we was already leaving it, right? Oh no, it's leaving. It tapped into the gap and it's going. So I entered. And what happened? We came back up there one more time perfectly.
Yeah.
But that don't always happen, right? And what could I have done? I could have had a higher risk, right? If I'm coming in here and I'm risking $400 now anyway, right? However, losing that $400 right off that first trip would have sucked, you know. So the second decision here
Indeed.
is deciding, okay, one more try I'm gonna give this thing, and I can make my money back right now. However,
All good.
we got a nice 15-minute gap here, so I'm feeling pretty safe so far. I would like to see it tap into that and then pop right on down. Probably could have even added another one right inside of that gap. Boom. We good,
Oh,
baby. We fucking
oh,
good, baby.
oh,
We good, baby.
oh.
What time is it? What time is it? 7:45 in the morning, 8 and we out of here though, bro. We
Those
up.
15 minutes. So those 15-minute ones really be
That's what I
getting
told you.
respected.
That 15-minute. That's respect. Why? Look at that. We up 800 on the account in 2 days. Okay. Woo. Let's go. All right. We clocked out, boy. We done today. We up 400.
Okay, we are.
200. We made 200 and we're done. Oh my God. Wait, look at this gap though. What do you think of that gap? It's a pretty crazy looking
I,
gap, ain't it? That's a
I think
tight
it's
gap
beautiful.
inside of a massive range. How do you feel about that one?
Um, I feel a little
It's a
scared, but I
it's a
think I get in on that.
it's a pretty tight gap in a
But
massive
I would
range.
move. I would go right there. Yep, to the bottom of that fair value gap would be me.
Give her a rip. What time is it? 8:30 a.m. Market's just now opening right now at this very moment, baby. You know what? We only made $200 today. I want 400. Ooh,
I'm on phone.
I just need 200, baby. It's pretty close right there. Come on, you know you want to give me that. Come on. I'm
Oh
good
yeah.
for it. I'm good
Oh.
for it. $1,000, baby. We good for that, baby. Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Yeah.
Lock out, baby. We done. Locked out. All right. What do we got here? We got 5 p.m. We'll be back.
We'll be back,
After
bitch.
5 p.m. for the night sesh. Let's clean some of this up. Let's call that a valid zone. Still up top there. What do we got to the left of us? It's fucking murder out that way. Nothing. 1 hour. That ain't gonna work. Hey, maybe 1 hour. Midnight.
You're not leaving?
Way over here.
No.
For that. Why wasn't cooking at 8 o'clock?
Well, I got a tape measure. You can measure it out and go pick up a glass pan for it. Okay.
Got another
All
gap
right.
right here.
Big boy.
Another gap
All
right
right.
there. What you think, man? Another gap. Bam.
Yeah.
Another gap. Bam. Look at that shit. That gap. Another one. Respect. Put some respect on that gap. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
And,
Gap. Uh oh. Uh oh. Formed a new gap. Uh oh. New lower
oh.
gap. New lower gap. Uh
Oh.
oh. Respected this upper. Let's delete this guy. He's irrelevant now. Boom. Just keep our 2 relevant gaps in front of us, mostly, right? Delete the ones that got ran through. We got a little fucking small gap here on the sell. Here we go. Market close 3 p.m. That's what I was looking for. That session right there. That didn't happen
Okay.
earlier.
Okay.
It was like a holiday or something. So something weird happened like that. Okay. Now we're actually locking in. Slow it down. 1x. We here. 5 p.m. Let's make some bread. What do we got? We held this gap for a long time. Look at that. 1:30 to freaking 3:30 to freaking 5 o'clock. From 1 to 5 o'clock. 4 hours we've been inside this tiny little gap. Look how little that is. Now, first thing we did right off the rip here, we went for anyone that was underneath this. Potentially, right? Now, because this is still technically, if we were in a buy, if I was in a buy in this gap, right? Where would my stop loss have been? Right underneath there. And that one could have took me out in
Yeah,
most
yep,
cases, right?
yep.
That's where I would have been at. Safer bet, I guess right underneath that one, you know? This is kind of what we're studying here quickly, instead of in the heat of the moment and the stress, of fucking sitting in front of the charts for hours, right? But here in this moment, we can assess what happened quickly, right? Now we still have these upper cells that we're respecting, honestly. Big old wick down. Let's say we just literally opened this chart up, so we ain't doing nothing yet. Pull
Okay.
up the 5. It's looking like a big wicker down we just had there. Big wicker. Okay. Still dancing in the same area though, right? We've been in this range for so long. What's gonna happen? You see a move either up or down. What time is it? 5:30. We're still hanging out. Everyone's chatting, talking about
Yeah, yeah.
how much they love their jobs and stuff. Talking about how great Wick is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Still in
How
this
we just gonna
range.
do day trading?
Still in this range. Man, we're about to make it out the mud, boys. Right? We got this. All right.
No,
I'm
come on.
tired. I'm sleepy. What time is it? 6:40. Dude, nothing's happened all night. We're on the 5. This is bullshit. Maybe a little tiny little gap. Little 5-minute gap. I'm ready to go to bed, boys. I'm gonna play something here. 100 to make 2. Let's see if that plays out. Put our limit in. I'm about to be like brushing my teeth and shit, right? We're in. Stop loss. $100. 200. Give me something to play with tomorrow, right? We can risk that 200 tomorrow if we make it real quick here. I have something to play with. Yeah, you bitch for
Oh,
that. You bitch for that.
oh,
All right.
oh.
Got our 200. All right. Now it's 8 p.m. We saw every bit of that happen and we're happy. Now we got 200 to play with tomorrow at. Damn, hang on a minute. We're in the 5 minute. That's why it looked like so far. Zoom out here. We got to get all the way up to 5 a.m., baby. There's a lot that's going to happen between then, I bet, huh? What you think? That's a nice little 5-minute gap, though,
Yeah,
right? See how
yeah.
that little fiver in the slow markets? Little fiver. What is it live, though, still? We still got this zone very well. A living zone here. So let's see. We're going to delete this guy, though. Clean him up. Let's delete this guy. Clean him up. Got really nothing on the buy side down here, right? Just a bunch of
No,
resistance, bunch of wicks is all I really got there. Let's speed this up. Watch the night play through. Yep. No bueno on that one if you were above this high here, right?
oh yeah.
Yep. Up in this major 15 now. Very small candles leading into it though, huh? Let's see. $200. 4.
Shut up.
It's one of them 2 a.m. trades you got in, Bryce.
I know I've done it.
It's that 2 a.m. right there. Yeah. getting close to the toilet trade here. And pause. Toilet trading time. Okay.
What?
Let's trash that. Let's pull that out. That here. Delete that guy.
Okay.
No, you can. Keep him as an inversion. Probably taint him. Let's do something different. So one thing that's good to do is to change your inversion gap colors or do something
Yeah,
different
I've been
with them.
doing that. I've been
So,
doing that.
you got red ones maybe for inversions, or sometimes I'll do, red ones for cell gaps and green ones for bi gaps. You can change those around too. But mostly it's just the inversions is what we should really for sure mark differently. So we know what that is, especially if it's drug out long range. All right, we are awake. I'm going to real fast just go find my vape somewhere around here.
Hey, you got the lighter? I know you fucking Steve me calling him.
Nothing. I answered you 3 times. But okay, we're awake. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And what do we have, Bryce? What do we have here? Let's see.
You got the lighter?
We got the inversion. We have a buy.
Yeah, yeah. Take 2 seconds.
Nice buy. Right there. We just woke. A roast from the dead. 5 minutes. I was busy. What's going on the 5? Nice 5-minute gap there still. Let's just delete the inversion. We're going to hold this.
If the thing hasn't reached
15.
160 by the time the power's up, you know, for like another 10 or 15 minutes.
All right.
Yeah. Very
So
tiny.
what temp?
15-minute gap there.
What temp?
What temp is it? Supposed to be
No, I'm asking what temp does it have to be to
160.
160?
Right.
Okay. Okay, I'm on my way outside.
Okay. Love you.
Up you?
See, look at this. 10 points is huge now. Look how huge 10 points is right now. It's
Oh
massive.
God.
See what I'm saying? Like, depends on the market volatility. It all kind of looks the same, right? It's really weird, but right now, 10 points is huge. We got so much room with 10 points.
I did a trade earlier, and it seemed like, I think it was Thursday. But it seems so fucking far up, dude, just to make $400.
Yeah, forever away. Sometimes it'd be like that, bro. That's where add and end trades come in. So right now it's a slower market. So what do I have right off the bat here? I got 10 points, which is sweet. But now I can, right off the rip here, I can enter 2 contracts instead of trying to add, right? I know that's
Okay.
200 right there. So my 20 bucks, 200 points, that's my 400 right there. Let's see what happens. I'm going to rip it even off of this. It's a 5-minute gap here as well, in confluence with the 15-minute gap, right? 15-minute gap comes in favor in confluence of our 15-minute tiny little gap there that we had. That gap was so tiny. We're zooming into the 5 to see, okay, what else is there going on there in the closer ranged. Another 5-minute gap as well. Let's go ahead and sell 2. Let's drag up 200 right there. TP is, oops, 400 and some change to cover. Okay, and it is 5:20 a.m. Let's slow it down and hit play. So technically we got 400 bucks today, right? Because we made 200 last night and then we still have 200 on our maximum loss limit, right? If we have that set for that rule to lock us out.
Yep.
So, we could even put in 400 right now and try and look for a bigger trade if another gap comes in. But we got this lower gap here. That's going to be our biggest enemy, right? We have to, yes, beautifully push through there. That's what we need to see. Not a big wick. No. Not that. No. Yes. Okay, let's slow down because what's happening? Why is this going so quick? Slow this down a little bit more even. Okay. What time is it? 5:55. We've been in the trade for about 30 minutes. We're wicking pretty hardcore off this lower zone. That kind of sucks. We really got our hopes up there. What can we do at this moment? Well, it's either going to it's going to respect us. I don't want to see it come back up anyway, right? So we can drop our original stop loss down to 100 bucks. Option A, right? We're only risking 100 of that now. We've moved in our favor originally. If it goes up to that, I'm going to assume the trend is reversing anyway. We're respecting this lower gap. Option B, can add into this here by hitting a sell, and we're still at 200 bucks in that new location that we slid down to. And our 400 bucks that we are targeting is a little bit closer now. Let's see what
I've been
happens.
getting scared on those.
So it's tightening up, right? It's either going in our favor or it's not. If it's going up right now, it's taking a sell. What time is it?
Every time I've done
6
2,
a.m.
I've been fucking kicked out every time. Every single time.
So bad thing happened right here. Shot straight up. Respecting this lower, which is what we thought might happen, right? If we lose this trade, we still have another 200 bucks. To try one more time here. Now, the reason we're in this sell is based off of this massive 15 up the top here, right? But that guy's already been respected once. It showed some respect here, but the trend can always change back up to the upside at any moment, right? We failed to keep going lower at this point here. We just started chopping up and we made a huge push up here. So in theory, if this guy takes us out, I might try and look for a buy side gap right here and buy in. See what happens. Okay, let's wait for this candle closure to happen. Let's clean up sales. Let's just take those off the board real quick here. No, it still hasn't broken this previous high. Right? That would be proof to me that we're probably going to keep going higher, but we do have this nice new gap here on the 5-minute, mind you. Back to the 15-minute, nothing's really happened here. We might be getting a big 15-minute form though. It's 6 a.m. Let's keep it on the 5 for now. Let's start the day on here. 15-minute gap up here. Let's hit play. So me at this moment here, it is 6:10 a.m. I do have to go to work. I'm probably going to try this one more time here off of this 5-minute gap. Let's see if the 15-minute closed anything. Oops. What time is it? Let's see. That's our 15-minute. Still has to go another 15 minutes for a full close. So let's look at this 5-minute gap. See what we're working with here. We got another $200 way down there, right? That would be pretty far. We don't got to use all that. If this thing's really going to go in our favor, though, below here is pretty safe. We got to check on this puppy.
Alright.
All right, I'm back. Puppy was whining.
Alright.
Okay, so we were kind of talking about earlier, though, how do I set myself up to where 10 points is here, right? That would be a pretty much a big premium of this gap here. It would have to come all the way back down to that safe 10 point there I'm looking for, right? It's 10 points now. So that's where my limit's going to go if I'm really just trying to be conservative here off this, right? So we're going to also be buying 2 here. I'm still trying to use 10 points with $200 of risk. That's what I'm looking at. This will be our final trade for the day. If it doesn't play out for us, we'll be done. Let's see what happens. So that's how I'm setting my 10-point limit entry there, though. Sometimes it doesn't get filled. Sometimes it just runs, it just taps the tip of that and you miss it. So this is more of the conservative. I want it to hit. Sometimes it taps into and I'll see it reverse and then I'll buy on the reversal more confidently. You'll kind of watch it all happen in real time. But realistically, this is still a strong 15-minute gap up here. And this may just be manipulation coming up, taking out those stops above blue line there that I drew. We could be liquidity times 2 right now. Getting taken out again. We'll see. Look at that tip top tap into there right there. See if that's all she gives.
Stop.
Look at that shit. And that's what pisses me off, right? When I sit and try and like I would be conservative, and this is what happens. So I mean, the real entry really is,
At the top of
the top of the gap, man. That's where they hit at. Now the conservative entry hits. It will hit, but we'll just have to risk a little bit more here if it comes down one more time, because we've already missed our opportunity on that, right? And we're cursing right now. Oh, now you can hit my TV, bro. You're mad as shit, dude. All right, now we're rage trading because we should have already had our money, right? Now it's 7 a.m. Fuck, I should have already been done for the day. This is where the raging starts setting in, the restlessness. I'm mad that I waited patiently and my money didn't come to me, right? I used the strategy and it left without me. So, I mean, really, if we're on the 5-minute, that's we're on right now. Let's see what happened on the 15, okay? Let's see. Beautiful 15-minute entry. Wow, look at that. Look at that 15-minute. We would have zoomed out and seen that and been like, why was I so stupid on the 5-minute? Oh, yes, like, this entry right here, though, in the premium of the 15, right? We were setting 15-minute premium, like we were talking about. Boom, perfect spike right into there. However, we had to risk a little bit more off the stop here. Maybe just one contract. If you had 2 contracts, that's $300. It's a little bit bigger. If you were at that bottom, however, the more aggressive stop, you were just right at 10 points and you called it a day. It pushed off this gap. It respected the gap. Big push up here. We formed this gap. My entry tapped. I have more confluence to believe it's not going to come all the way down here, right? My decision for the trade would have been it's going to go up here, so 10 points, even though it's inside of this zone, 10 points, right? That's just
Okay.
a solid zone. It's a little bit past this, another zone right here. You could have been at 7.5. That's the bottom of this big wick. But we've seen a couple times where it comes just to the bottom of that wick and it takes you out, right? Like it does happen, and it's our strategy in our favor. It all plays out. But where do we put the stop loss? So we got to kind of lock that in. That's a big data point for us here.
Okay.
So I mean, we saw the 15
I do
minute,
agree with you on that one.
right? Where does that thing go? Precisely. Sometimes it's a little bit more money, sometimes it's a little bit less. So that's where having your daily stop limit for the day, it's 250 because sometimes you need to use 225 or you might need to use 218 because it's got to stretch a little bit past 10 points. You got to stretch that out a little bit with the grand scheme of it. This I try not to set it right at 200 because 20 points, 10 points, those are kind of our two zones that we're using on our risks. Anywhere in between
Okay.
10 and 20 points usually. Anything above that, we
Alright.
should just be looking at a premium. We shouldn't really be getting into that unless we're seeing new highs and lows forming in our favor. And really, that stop loss is just too far away. So we need to look for something a little bit maybe tighter. Grab a water here real quick. Oh. Okay. So we deleted that one. This one left. This one left. We're cranky. But look, the 15-minute is getting blown through, right? So we are changing trend. We've been in a downtrend. There's a chance that we're blowing through this here. Let's see if this keeps getting respected. It's only 7 a.m., right? So this could be a liquidity sweep happening just to grab these guys out before
Yeah,
dropping more.
yeah.
All right, we're aware of that whenever New York comes into play. That could happen there too. So let's clean up just a little bit. Let's say we left that. That's a strong zone. We'll keep it for now. Possibly forming a new gap. Here we go. New big gap down here. Let's just kind of change this gap into that, right? Just kind of manipulated that gap to be this gap. That's all I did there. Tightened up this area, which is pretty accurate
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty tight zone. Okay. So what time is it? It's 7:15. If we wanted to buy limit off this area, what are we looking at for a trade? 15 points there is pretty tight. We are in confluence with this previous high. I like to add that into here because there's times where it does literally just taps that high too and it takes off, right? These, the guys that are looking at just supporting
Yeah, yeah.
resistance, that kind of comes in great confluence with a gap inside of those zones, right? We form a gap while pushing through that previous high. So let's see. Something like that, 150 bucks. How much do we have? We have 200 left for the day. I'm really trying to use 2 contracts still though. So we should go right there. Let's get this underneath here to play it safe. Let's hope that this is just right in a premium. Grab right there, right? That would be sweet. 10 to make 20, 400 bucks. Better put our limit on. Go. Come on, baby. Now, right? Risky gap. Risky gap. It's there. No, it's just respecting that gap. I gotta buy in. I gotta buy in. Yep. I see. Oh, full raging today, right? It's using our strategy, but our afraid to entry at the riskier areas is causing us to not get into these wins, right? That's what's happening. The fear of the riskier entry, and it's leaving
Okay.
without us here. So now, what time is it? It's still 9:30. Now we've been watching these charts for a couple hours, right? Getting kind of exhausted, but we're doing it. Fucking, it's only 9:30. Got a big old fucking push up here. Fucking happening now, but we might have already lost money during this point. We're zooming through this pretty quick, right? All these emotions. Here we are inside of another 15. There's no way in the world this thing keeps going up and does it to me again, bro. I missed the last one. Oh, fuck. I missed the last one. I gotta make money, right? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try it, man. I'm sick of this thing leaving without me. I'm over it. I gotta work, man. $200. You take me out or fucking give me some money, mom. I gotta fucking get on with my day. Let's see.
No.
All right, come on, form another gap here. Oh, this thing's pissing me off. Fucking just hit my TV. Let's buy another. Oh no. Oh no. Of course, every time I get in, it just reverses on me. Every time. Every time it's my turn, I just begin taking out.
And they came a couple points away from hitting your stop loss there too.
Yeah, dude. We're just underneath this candle here, right? But if I was directly at that candle, it would have definitely taken us out. What time is it? Are we even here? It's noon. Oh, I'm exhausted.
Oh,
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Take my money.
oh,
Take my money, you savage bitches. I hate this. This game's rigged. Right. All those emotions are coming through. Look at this little gap right here. Just got respected. The sell side. So,
yeah, dude.
right, emotions were high today, right? We missed all these good opportunities. We should have been done at 7 a.m., right? We should have been done forever ago. And those are days that piss me off too, right? Should have been an easy win for me. I should have been done. And now I'm here staring at these charts for fucking ever. All fucking day when I should have been done at 7 a.m. If I would have entered that one at the riskier area, I guess, right? That's kind of what we saw there. So we're done for the day, though. We lost another 200. We're tapped. Coming back at 5 p.m. It's practically almost 5 p.m. We've been trading all day.
At that point, yeah.
We're fucking trading all goddamn day, bro. Fucking 5 a.m. to fucking noon. Finally took us out at about noon. All damn day. I just take it forever. Click this button. Okay. 5 p.m. 15 minutes. What's gonna happen right off the rip, right? What do you think? Boom. Buying?
Well,
You buying?
oh, oh yeah,
Scared?
yeah.
Scared? What you buying?
I probably buy in right there and set my stop loss all the way down to that bottom wick.
Just buying one. We're a little hesitant now. We're a little frustrated still. It's still the same exact day, right? Emotions are all still there. There's 200.
Yep, right there is
That's
where I
all we
probably
got
set it
though,
at.
right? This thing might take us out and might be mad, or we can just look for 200 to take home for tomorrow. All right. We can give ourselves $400 for tomorrow, just for the quick little 1-to-1 trade here. 200 to 200. 400's up there, not much further. Is it really going to continue that though? Yeah, it could. It could. Or it could come back all the way to here first. Right? Could come back all the way to that zone. This gap still has not been filled. It's an unfilled gap, strong gap through this high. This is still a strong zone for this thing to pull all the way back to before continuing the uptrend here. So, those are what we're facing.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh,
See,
God.
that's why I be getting scared.
Woo! Oh, that one took us out, Bubba. That one took us out cold.
Maybe we gotta go past the lower low right there.
So what did happen though? Well, there's a
Because that would be
gap
technically the
right
lower
there.
low right there. And
Let's see.
so
Let's see.
if we went past that low, if we were on that lower low,
Underneath this guy, yeah. That's pretty far from where we were.